Good morning, dear cadets. So we are in the chemical properties of amines. Okay, so just see how many types of amines are there. Aliphatic amines are there, aromatic amines are there. In aliphatic also 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree. In aromatic also 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree is there. So some of the chemical properties yesterday only I completed, like acylation, benzoylation, and in different types of reaction, different kinds of amines are reacting in different ways. Like tertiary amines do not undergo acylation reaction due to lack of replaceable hydrogen atom, isn't it? So just see, those reactions can be utilized to distinguish between 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree reaction. Now with the continuation of same, today I am teaching you very important thing. Whatever things today I will teach, out of that one definitely they will come in the exam. Okay, 100%, because today I have to teach the carbylamine reaction. Today I have to teach the reaction of amines with the nitrous acid, HONO or HNO2. Today I have to teach the reaction of amines with the Hinsberg reagent, that is benzene sulfonyl chloride. Okay, and these are the very important reaction. If you are thorough with these reactions, definitely you will score good marks, especially in this particular unit. Okay, so just be very careful. Now reaction of amines with chloroform. So try to understand, when amines react with chloroform, that reaction name is carbyl amine reaction. I will tell you why this reaction is known as carbyl amine also. Okay, actually cyanide in IUPAC system, they are known as nitriles, and isocyanide, they are known as carbylamine in IUPAC system. Okay, so actually here what is there, why this reaction is known as carbylamine? Because isocyanide is formed. Okay, so let us begin with some introductory information regarding the carbylamine reaction. Number one thing is, this reaction is given by aliphatic and aromatic primary amines. Both are giving, means aliphatic is also giving this, aliphatic primary amines is giving this reaction, and aromatic primary amines are also giving this reaction. Just see, aliphatic and aromatic primary amines, what is the difference? Primary amines means NH2 functional group should be there. Now if R is there, so that would be the aliphatic. If AR, benzene ring, is there, that would be the aromatic, but functional group remains same only. Okay, so just see, suppose this is RNH2, this is aliphatic primary amines. If you are replacing one H and putting R, another one, so NH functional group is there, this would be the secondary amine. Further you are replacing one H and putting here R and R. This is 3 degree amines. What is this one? This is tertiary amine. Same is the case with aromatic amines also. This is aniline. What is this one? Aniline, NH2. Correct or not? This is 1 degree aromatic primary amines. 1 degree aromatic primary amines. Correct? Now replace its H by R group, R by AR group. So this would become secondary aromatic amines. Similarly, one replaceable H is there. Put here R, AR. So this will become tertiary amine. So what is the purpose of teaching this one? So that you should be familiar with 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree amines. Because this reaction will be used to distinguish between 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree amines. Because only 1 degree amines will give this reaction, 2 degree, 3 degree amines will not give this reaction. Okay, so now just see, already I wrote here 2 and 3 degree aliphatic amines, 2 and 3 degree aromatic amines will not give this reaction. So only 1 degree aliphatic and 1 degree aromatic amines will give this reaction. Okay, in this reaction what is happening? This reaction is also known as isocyanide test, because foul smelling compound isocyanide or carbyl amine is formed. Okay, foul smelling compound, that is carbyl amine or isocyanide. Actually what is happening in this reaction? When aliphatic or aromatic primary amines react with chloroform and alcoholic KOH upon heating, they are forming foul smelling compound that is known as isocyanide or carbyl amine. So this reaction is known as carbyl amine reaction. So just see here, this is aliphatic 1 degree amines. It is reacting with chloroform and 3 KOH. Alcoholic, ethanolic means alcoholic KOH you have to take. Please remember here alcoholic word must be there. If you will not write alcoholic, then you will not get the marks. So now here isocyanide, this is cyanide, okay, C triple bond N, cyanide. Isocyanide is N double bond 1 coordinate bond C. This is isocyanide, okay. So don't get confused. R N double bond coordinate bond C. This is alkyl isocyanide 3KCl 3H2O. Now so here this is general reaction. RNH2 is general reaction. Now individual reaction of 1 degree aliphatic amines I wrote here. This is ethylamine, this is methylamine. They are reacting and they are forming ethyl isocyanide. Methyl isocyanide. This is methyl isocyanide. Okay. Chloroform 3KCl and 3H2O. Especially this reaction is important. Similarly, aniline is also an example of 1 degree amines. What is this one? Aniline. What is this one? Aniline. This is chloroform 3KOH alcoholic, heat. So this is phenyl isocyanide, carbyl amine, 3KCl 3H2O. This is only foul smelling compound. So aniline also gives this reaction, but 2 degree 3 degree will not give this reaction. So just see, suppose I am giving you one question, how you will distinguish between following pairs? How will you distinguish how you will distinguish between following pairs? Just see, I am giving here number 1. Suppose I have given you C2H5NH2 and C2H5 whole twice NH. Okay, so just see, C2H5NH2, this is 1 degree amine. This will give the carbyl amine reaction. This will give the carbyl amine reaction. Same reaction you should write. Please don't write only name of the test. Complete reaction should be written. Then only you will have full marks. Okay, this is 2 degree amines. Diethyl amine. This will not give carbyl amine reaction. Suppose I am giving this question. Now C6H5NH2. Okay, and this one C6H5NH and CH3. Both are aromatic amines only, but this is aromatic primary amines. This is aromatic secondary amines. So this will not give, this will give. Correct or not? Aniline will give. So now same reaction you should write. Now just try to understand. Question arises here. Okay, aromatic and aliphatic, both primary amines giving this reaction. But suppose I am giving here one question, how you will distinguish between C2H5NH2 and C6H5NH2, means aniline and ethylamine. How you will distinguish? That is the question or not? So just see, aliphatic and aromatic primary amines can be distinguished by azodide test or beta naphthol test. In due course of time I will tell you. What I am asking, just remember this one. How 1 degree, 2 degree, 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree amines can be distinguished by carbyl amine test. But aliphatic primary amines and aromatic primary amines cannot be distinguished by carbyl amine reaction, because both are giving this reaction, both are giving this test. Okay, then for them separate reaction is there. One azodide test. What is the name of that one? Azodide test. Azodide test is given by aromatic primary amines. Aliphatic primary amines does not give that test. Similarly, there is a beta naphthol test. beta naphthol test is given by the aromatic primary amines. Aliphatic primary amines will not give. So we'll tell that one also, but remember this one. Okay. Okay, so now just see the second important reaction of amines with nitrous acid. Okay, HNO3 is nitric acid, HNO3 this is nitric acid, and HONO is nitrous acid. Okay, remember this is nitric acid is stable nitric acid. Okay, +5 oxidation state. Here +3 oxidation state of nitrogen is there. Okay, +3 oxidation state, that is the difference. That is why this is us, this is known as us, and this is known as ic, nitric, nitrous. Okay, so it is proved that this is unstable. HNO2 can be written as HONO. Now just see, 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree amines, they react with HNO2 in different ways. Okay, that is why this reaction is also used for distinguishing between 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree amines. Actually HONO is unstable, hence prepared in situ. What is the meaning of in situ? Means which cannot be stored, so it should be prepared during the course of reaction only. How you will prepare this one in situ? When HCl react with NaNO2, then nitrous acid is generated, HONO is generated. Okay, so reaction between HCl and NaNO2 is responsible for the production of nitrous acid. HONO is the source of nitrosonium electrophile. This is nitrosonium, O double bond N, nitrosonium electrophile. Okay, and now try to understand first reaction with 1 degree amines. This is 1 degree amines, RNH2. Now I wrote about the arrow marks NaNO2 and HCl. NaNO2 and HCl, they react with together and they form NaCl and HNO2. This HNO2 is only used with the reaction of 1 degree amines. Okay, so just see how the reaction will be taken place. You require this one only, and from where this is coming? This is coming from reaction between NaNO2 and HCl. Now just see, first what should be there? First RNH2, they will react with this one and they will form RN2Cl. RN2Cl. Actually, how RN2Cl is formed here? Because I am writing here HONO. Actually, this is HCl is taken in excess quantity. So, in the second step also HCl will be there. Okay. So, the first step is just see how the reaction will be taken place. See, one product will come out as a minus H2O. Minus H2O. H2O. Now what is the left now? R, N, this N and this one N2 and Cl of this one. Actually 2 H2O should be come out. Just see. One H2 this one and one O this one. Another one is this H and O. Okay. Not getting my point? Just see. H2O this has come out. No issue. Okay. Cl will be consumed here only. Cl will be consumed here only. So H2O has come out. Now number you should increase. There is no issue. So ultimately what would be left here? R and 2Cl. This is alkyl diazonium salt. Alkyl diazonium salt. Now when you warm with water, then what would be there? Just see. Water, here OH would be there and here H would be there. So now ROH, alcohol, N2 and HCl. Means nitrogen gas will evolve, and this nitrogen gas is used in the quantitative analysis of protein and amino acid. quantitative, not qualitative, quantitative means in titration of protein and amino acid. So just remember this one, this is not complicated. Remember, first RNH2 will be converted into alkyl diazonium salt, and alkyl diazonium salt upon warming with water, it will produce alcohol, nitrogen gas and HCl. Now individual reaction I wrote here, just see, this is C2H5NH2, okay. First it will react with HONO. So what would be the product? Same way, C2H5N2Cl will form. And finally what would be there? Warming with the water. So here what would be there? C2H5OH, N2 and HCl. Don't get confused. Now here only I wrote C2H5HO. HONO means C2H5 will have OH, N will have N and H2 will have O. So here means if you don't want to write this step, in between step C2H5N2Cl, directly you can write the final product. That also there is no matter, there is no difference. Are you getting my point or not? Directly C2H5NH2 1 degree amines reaction with HONO, directly also you can write, and your final product will be this one, C2H5OH, N2 and HCl. That is also okay. Now same way aromatic amines also react, and you in unit number first of organic chemistry I taught this one. This is aniline. Aniline first reacting with now NaNO2 plus HCl. So again it will generate plus HONO. Now this is used in excess. This is used in excess. So plus HCl in the second step also. So what would be the product? Benzene diazonium chloride. Now benzene diazonium chloride, remember this benzene diazonium chloride is very important. Here ice cold condition should be maintained. Ice cold condition. Temperature should be 0 degree Celsius to 5 degree Celsius, means 273 Kelvin to 278 Kelvin. If temperature is more than 278 Kelvin, then you will get this reaction. Benzene means aniline directly will react with HONO, and 2 means temperature if more than 278 Kelvin is there, then you will get the phenol. Okay. So to avoid this reaction, temperature should be kept between 273 Kelvin to 278 Kelvin only. Remember this one. This is very important thing. Then you will not get the benzene diazonium chloride. Instead of this one, you will get the phenol. Okay. So please remember this temperature. Okay. Now this is all about the primary amines, aliphatic and aromatic amine, their reaction with HONO. So ultimately what is the conclusion? In case of alkyl or aliphatic primary amines, product is alcohol, nitrogen gas and HCl. In case of aromatic primary amines, product is benzene diazonium chloride if temperature is kept between 273 Kelvin to 278 Kelvin. Okay. If temperature is beyond this one, then product will be phenol. Okay, now reaction with 3 degree aliphatic amines. Okay, sorry, 2 degree aliphatic amines. Very simple reaction is there. This is 2 degree amines, R, R and H. The functional group of 2 degree amines is NH. Okay, their reaction with HONO, nitrous acid. Now, how you will get this one? I already told you, in situ synthesis, NaNO2 plus HCl, then you will get this one. Now just see, just remove one molecules of water, minus H2O. Just setting is required. Now what is left now? R, R, N, single bond N, double bond O. Now this group is known as nitrosamine. What is this one? So R, R, N, single bond N, double bond O. This is allyl nitrosamine. Nitrosamine. Okay, let me check also. This is, yes, nitrosamine. Yes, yes, correct. Allyl 2 degree amines is making allyl nitrosamine. Okay, correct. So now it is different from 1 degree amine. In 1 degree amines, final product is alcohol, N2 gas and HCl. Now here what is there? You are getting the yellow oily liquid, that is nitrosamine. And do you know what is the name of this reaction? This is known as Lieberman nitroso reaction. Since in NCERT book it is not given, I am also not telling that name, but just simple, this is Lieberman nitrosamine reaction. Okay, what about 3 degree amines? 3 degree amines, just see, replaceable hydrogen is not there, so entire HONO will be bonded with nitrogen atom. Just see, R 3 R dot HONO, RNRHONO. This entire molecules is get added here. When you warm this one, so out of 3 R group, 1 R will react with OH and it will form alcohol, and the remaining one is just like 2 degree amine. This is RR and single bond and double bond O, nitrosamine, nitrosamine. Okay, so the ways of reaction with the HONO is different for different types of amines. Okay, just see, once again I am summarizing. 1 degree amines, they will produce alcohol, N2 and HCl. 2 degree amines, they will produce yellow oily nitrosamine. Now 3 degree initially will prepare this one, entire HONO will be added there, and after warming that will produce the alcohol, nitrosamine and alcohol. So, and what about aromatic? Aromatic, as usual, if you will keep the temperature between 273 to 278 Kelvin, then benzene diazonium chloride. If temperature is beyond 278 Kelvin, then you will get the phenol instead of benzene diazonium chloride. This is also finished. Now reaction with Hinsberg reagent, benzene sulfonyl chloride. Okay, so now just see here, reaction with aryl sulfonyl chloride, or benzene sulfonyl chloride. Okay, aryl means benzene sulfonyl chloride. What is the formula? C6H5SO2Cl. This is also known as Hinsberg's reagent. Actually, this Hinsberg reagent is used to distinguish between 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree amines, because 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree amines, they react with benzene sulfonyl chloride in different ways. Okay, so 1 degree, 2 degree amines react with C6H5SOCl2 in different ways. Hence, this reaction is used to distinguish between 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree amines. But actually 3 degree amines does not react with C6H5SO2Cl2. So just see, C6H5SO2Cl2 can be written like that also. Benzene ring S double bond O and Cl. Okay, this is benzene sulfonyl chloride. That is Hinsberg reagent. What is this one? Hinsberg reagent. Okay, just see, only you require setting. Okay, this is benzene, this is sulfonyl group, S double bond O2, that is sulfonyl group. Okay, and this is Cl, this is 1 degree amine, C2H5NHH. Okay, just you remove the HCl. Okay, in this way. So now what is the product now here? C2H5NH, S double bond O as such, and benzene ring as such. Now with the nitrogen, which group is attached? Ethyl group. So N-ethyl benzene sulfonamide. Okay, just like a amide group is there. So for what is the functional group of amide? C double bond O NH2, that is amide. And what is the sulfonamide group? Sulfonamide group is NH S double bond O CO NH2, that is amide. Sulfonamide is NHSO2 or SO2 NH. Okay, So this is N-ethyl benzene sulfonamide. Okay, now very important thing. Now this N-ethyl benzene sulfonamide, this is soluble in alkali. This is soluble in alkali like KOH. Okay, why this is soluble in alkali? Just see. Any substance can only react with alkali when it will have some acidic nature. Okay, alkali can only react with given compound if that compound is having some acidic nature. Okay, so now here acidic nature is there in N-ethyl benzene sulfonamide. Acidic nature is there. How? Just see. Try to understand. This SO2 group is electron withdrawing group. Okay, how? Just see. Oxygen is more electronegative than sulfur, so this bond will be shifted here. So this NH bond electron, bond pair electron will be shifted toward this side. So now the removal of H positive will become easy, and the removal of H positive, that is only acidic nature. So just see why it is soluble in alkali, due to strong acidic nature of NH bond. So now this NH bond is acidic. Why this is acidic? It is acidic due to electron withdrawing nature of SO2 group. Okay, have you got this one? So now this is the only reason, that is why H from NH bond, H will come out easily and it will react with KOH. And now OH and H minus H2O. So here I wrote, due to strong acidic nature of NH bond, it is soluble in alkali. You have to mention this one. In NCERT book they have written that much only, this reaction only. Why NH bond is acidic? NH bond is acidic due to electron withdrawing nature of SO2 group. Okay, have you got this one? In NCERT book above reaction they have not written, but very easily you can write. Just see here. Now KOH when react with this one, then what would be there? Since this NH bond is acidic, so H will go and K will come here. So I wrote here K positive, N will have negative sign, because when this bond pair electron will be, means when H will come out, now it will left their lone pair electron here only. It will left, that is why nitrogen will have negative sign, and afterwards it will move toward this side. Okay, so now everything is same only. What is the name of this one? This is N-ethyl benzene sulfonamide. Now this would be potassium salt of N-ethyl. What would be the name of this one? Potassium salt of N-ethyl benzene sulfonamide. Okay, now this compound is water soluble. Make their reaction with water. So here what would be there? 1H and minus KOH, and again you will get these compounds. Okay, if you want to write up to here, I don't have any problem. Okay, but I have explained how this reaction is taking place. Just in place of H you have to write K positive, and their reaction with water you will get again original this compound only. Okay, so it is proved that N-ethyl benzene sulfonamide is soluble in alkali. Now let us see how 2-degree amine is reacting. Just see. Just second step is possible because of acidic nature of NH. Now when 2-degree amines react with benzene sulfonyl chloride, so which compound will form? Here also minus HCl only will be there. C2H5, C2H5N, S double bond O, benzene, this one. What would be the name of this one? N dash diethyl benzene sulfonamide. N dash diethyl benzene sulfonamide. N dash diethyl benzene sulfonamide. Okay, now just see. Here NH bond is not there. Here NH bond is not there. Plus what is there? KOH. Okay. So now just try to understand here. It will not react. It is this compound N dash diethyl benzene sulfonamide is insoluble in alkali. Why it is insoluble in alkali? Due to absence of acidic NH bond. Acidic group is not there. Where NH is there? Absence of NH. Okay. While in case of 1-degree amines, here NH is there. NH group is there. Here NH bond is there. NH group is there. Here it is not there. That is why they are insoluble in alkali. What about 3 degree amines? This is 3 degree amine. 3 degree amines, here no replaceable hydrogen is there, no replaceable hydrogen, so it will not react with benzene sulfonyl chloride. So just see, all three have responded to Hinsberg reagent in different ways. That is why this reaction can be used to distinguish between 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree amines. Please remember their behavior towards the alkali. Whatever compound is formed after the reaction with Hinsberg reagent, means in step number first, what is their behavior towards the alkali? So an alkyl benzene sulfonamide, that is soluble in alkali due to presence of acidic NH bond, while an and dash diethyl benzene sulfonamide in case of 2 degree amines, that is insoluble in alkali due to absence of NH bond. Okay, this is, and 3 degree amines that will not react with benzene sulfonamide at all. Okay, in this way this is completely completed. Now next one is electrophilic substitution reaction in aniline. Okay, just see here, electrophilic substitution reaction in aniline, C6H5NH2. Why does aniline undergo electrophilic substitution reaction? Next question is, why NH2 group in aniline called as orthopara directing group? Another question is, when aniline undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction, then only orthopara isomers are formed. Why? Okay, so just see, the answer of all these questions can be answered with the help of resonating structure of aniline. This is aniline. What is this one? Aniline. These are the resonating structures. How? Just see, lone pair electron of nitrogen will migrate towards the ring. Okay, so at 2, 4, 6 position, this is 2 position, this is 4 position, this is 6 position, electron density is more, and 2, 4, 6 positions are known as orthopara positions. So electron density is more at these positions. That is why when electrophile attack, so they attack on these positions only. Hence orthopara substitutes are only formed. So why orthopara substitutes are formed? This is because of the increasing electron density by NH2 group at those positions. So what we can say, NH2 group is called ring activator. It activates the ring for upcoming electrophiles. Okay, and what we can say, NH2 group is orthopara directing also. So why it is called orthopara directing? Because it increases the electron density at orthopara position. So more or less the answers of all these questions are based upon the resonating structure of aniline. Okay, and as usual, you know, the examples of electrophilic substitution reactions are bromine halogenation. So now let us be more specific. Instead of calling halogenation, just call it bromination, because aniline will not undergo chlorination, iodination, it will undergo only bromination. So bromination, nitration and sulfonation. As usual, aniline will also not react with Friedel-Crafts. Of course, Friedel-Crafts alkylation, Friedel-Crafts acylation, they are the example of electrophilic substitution reaction. But here Friedel-Crafts reaction, aniline will not undergo because of some reasons. Later on we'll explain that one also. So one thing is proved, that NH2 group is a ring activator. It activates the ring for the upcoming electrophile. But there is one problem. NH2 group is a very strong ring activator. Okay, it is very strong ring activator. So just try to understand, when it activates the ring at 2, 4, 6 position or orthopara position, then it would be very difficult to get the mono substitute. Are you getting my point? Or mono substitute means one electrophile will not be bonded with aniline in all the 3 positions. means at 2,4,6 position that electrophile will be bonded. So because of the strong activating nature of NH2 group, instead of mono substitution product, you will get the tri substituted product. And this is the best example. This is aniline, it is reacting with aqueous bromine. This is Br2/H2O means aqueous bromine. Then what is the product? Just see, at 2,4,6 position bromine will make the bond. Bromine will make the bond. And what is the name of this compound? 2,4,6 tribromoaniline. Tribromoaniline. And what will form? This is white PPT. One more compound was giving this reaction. Who was that compound? Phenol was also giving that reaction. Okay, correct or not? So just remember, that was test for the phenol. This reaction is used for testing the aniline also. This is very important reaction. So what you have got? Tri substitute. But suppose you want mono substitute only, means either orthoaniline you want or para-aniline you want. Then what to do? Just see, tri substituted product you are getting because of the strong activating nature of NH2 group. If anyhow we protect the NH2 group, means NH2 group should not send the electron towards the benzene ring, then we can have the mono substituted, either ortho or para substitute we can have. So there is a concept. What is the name of that concept? Protection of NH2 group of aniline. What is that one? Protection of NH2 group. So what is the meaning of protection? Protection is nothing but a channelizing the lone pair electron of N of NH2 group towards itself instead of towards the ring. Okay, now if no group is there, these electron will, just see, these electron will come towards the ring. But if someone is there who can channelize these electron towards itself, so instead of going towards the ring, they will go towards those groups. Okay, so now instead of getting now ring will not be activated much. Of course it will be activated, but up to limited extent. So what we want here? We want to channelize those lone pair of electron towards the another group instead of towards the ring. Then we will have limited activation of the ring, and instead of getting the tri substitute, we will have mono substitute. So this is known as protection of NH2 group. Now question arises here, who will protect the NH2 group? So there are two compounds, acetyl chloride or acetyl chloride and acetic anhydride, acylation reaction. We will do the acylation reaction for protecting the NH2 group. So strong ring activating behavior of NH2 group can be stopped by the reaction with CH3COCl or acetic anhydride. Okay, CH3CO group is electron withdrawing group. CH3CO group is electron withdrawing group. Okay, and now just see how acylation reaction will protect the NH2. Just see, even if you make the aniline reaction with acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride, even if you will make the reaction with acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride, as far as aniline is concerned, CH3CO group will come out. Okay, so CH3CO group is a strong electron withdrawing group. Okay, so it will withdraw the lone pair electron of nitrogen towards itself. So instead of going toward the ring, they will go toward the CH3CO group. Okay, so now ring will not be activated much, and instead of getting the tri substitute, you will get the mono substitute. Now question arises here, how? So now I will wipe this side and will write those reactions. Okay, okay, so just see the reaction of protection. Just see. Whatever I have explained, same way I wrote here. First, aniline should be reacted with CH3COCl or acetic anhydride. Both are for the, both are used for the acylation reaction. Okay. So now suppose if you are reacting acetyl chloride with this one, so minus HCl will be there. If acetic anhydride you are taking as a acylating agent, then acetic acid will come out. Now just see, only one H from here, and they will furnish here CH3CO, here also CH3CO. Okay, so now CH3CO group will be attached here. Now just see, what is the name of this compound? This is known as acetanilide. Okay, what is the IUPAC name? With the N-phenyl group is there, so N-phenyl ethanamide, CONH group, and with N this ring is there. Okay, now just see, the lone pair electron of nitrogen, first just see, C double bond O group is there, and you know CO double bond group is a polar group, electron withdrawing group. So first this C double bond O group electron will migrate toward the O side, and lone pair electron will migrate toward the this side. Okay, correct. Now what would be there now? Now you will get this resonating structure between N and C double bond, O negative and nitrogen is positive sign. The meaning of this one is, the lone pair electron of nitrogen, instead of going toward the ring, it is going toward the CO side. So it is proved that CH3CO is electron withdrawing group. Okay, and this group is only withdrawing lone pair electron of nitrogen towards itself, so that they should not go towards the ring. Now just see, ring will have limited access to the lone pair electron of nitrogen, so it will not be activated much. Now just see, now subject it for bromination. So now instead of getting the tri substitute, you will get the mono substituted product. Just see, protected bromination, write down here heading, protected bromination of aniline. Okay, so just see, first what should be there? This is aniline. Okay, write down here NH2, and their reaction with, first their reaction with acetic anhydride, CH3CO whole twice O, and here pyridine. Why pyridine should be taken? Pyridine should be taken because acetic acid will come out, and this acetic acid will be neutralized by the pyridine only. You know this reaction. So now here what would be the product? Here product would be this, and here NH, here C double bond O and CH3. What is this one? This is acetanilide. This is only for. Now subject it for bromination. Okay, reaction with Br2. So just see, now here what would be there? Just see, at NH, here C double bond O CH3 at ortho position and plus para position. This here also write NH, here C double bond O, here CH3, here Br. So what is the name of this one? Ortho bromo acetanilide. And what is the name of this one? Para bromo acetanilide. Okay, that you have got or not? Now what should be there? You want orthobromo aniline and parabromo aniline. So why acetanilide group is there? Don't worry. Now very easily you can remove them also. In NCERT book they have not given. In the short way they have given. You subject them for the acidic hydrolysis or basic hydrolysis. Okay. Acidic means reaction hydrolysis only, but it may be in presence of acid or it may be in presence of base. So just see. Now add here, just see, H. Water means H and OH, correct? Now in this case also H and OH. Okay. So now just see what would be the product. Just see. Now this would be C6H5NH2. Here what would be there? NH2. And here what would be there? This side what would be there? Here Br, here Br, and here what would be there? Here NH2, and here what is there? Br. Okay, so this is orthobromoaniline, orthobromoaniline, and what is the name of this one? Parabromoaniline. Orthobromoaniline and parabromoaniline. Now monosubstitute you have got. Understood the meaning of monosubstitute? Means only one substitute should be attached. Now here three substitutes are attached. Here with one compound with only one Br is attached. Okay, so now you have got the orthobromoaniline and parabromoaniline instead of 2,4,6 tribromoaniline. How it is possible? This is possible because of the protection of NH2 group by acetic anhydride or acetyl chloride. Okay, so to get the monosubstituted product, NH2 group should be protected. Okay. Okay, just see nitration of aniline. Okay, so when aniline is nitrated, then what are the nitrating mixture? Concentrate H2SO4 and concentrate HNO3. This mixture is known as nitrating mixture. Okay, and just see when concentrate H2SO4 and concentrate HNO3 react together, they generate electrophile, that is NO2 positive. What is the name of this one? Nitronium ion. What is this one? Nitronium ion they are generating. Okay, and this electrophile is only responsible for the nitration of aniline. How the reaction is taking place? Just see. H2SO4 H positive, HSO4 negative. Now HNO3 can be written HONO2 plus proton. Protonate this one. So here protonation would be there. Afterwards it will be breaking from here and NO2 positive is generated. Okay. There is a one question here. When aniline is nitrated, so generally we know NH2 group is orthopara directing. So only orthopara isomer should have been formed. But in addition to orthopara isomer, there is a substantial amount of meta isomer is also formed here. Just see. This is 2%. Which one? Orthonitroaniline. Now para-nitroaniline 51%. Now meta is 47%. Actually meta should not have been formed. Why meta is forming here? That is the matter of great concern. Why? Because NH2 group is orthopara directing, but here you are getting the meta isomer also. Why? So just try to understand. Their explanation is like that. Don't worry. Just see. When you are taking concentrate H2SO4 and concentrate HNO3 mixture, that is known as nitrating mixture. So the reaction condition would be strongly acidic. Strong acidic condition would be there, and some amount of H positive will be generated. As just see here only, when H2SO4 dissociate, it generate H positive. So some of H positive will protonate this NH2 group. So NH2 group will be converted into NH3, anilinium. So just see, in the reaction mixture not only aniline would be there, this is anilinium ion. Anilinium ion will also be there. This is benzene ring NH3 positive. This is anilinium ion. Okay. Now how it is forming? It is forming due to strong acidic conditions. Okay. So now in the reaction mixture, aniline is also there, anilinium ion is also there. And now nature is different. Here NH2 group is orthopara directing, but NH3 group is meta directing. So now just see, both are receiving the NO2 electrophile. This is also receiving the NO2 electrophile, and anilinium ion is also receiving the NO2 electrophile, but aniline will convert NO2, means aniline, NH2 group of aniline will direct the NO2 positive at ortho-para position, but NH3 group of anilinium ion will direct the NO2 positive electrophile at meta position. That is why there is a substantial amount of meta isomer is formed here. Okay, so this is the explanation of formation of substantial amount of meta isomer during nitration of aniline. So why meta isomer is formed? Meta isomer is formed due to protonation of aniline in strong acidic condition and conversion of NH2 group into NH3 due to the formation of anilinium ion. That is there. Okay, now just try to understand. If you want to get the para isomer only, then NH2 group should be protected. So protected nitration of protected nitration of aniline. Just see what should be done. Just see, aniline is there. This is aniline. First protect this group. Protection of this group by, this time I am taking acetyl chloride. So now here minus HCl would be there. Now this group, this here what would be there? NH C double bond O CH3. This. Now what you have got? Acetanilide you have got. Now this, now subject it for nitration. Concentrate HNO3 plus concentrate H2SO4. So here what would be the product? Just see. Now you will get, see here as such NH, here C double bond O CH3, acetanilide is there. Okay, now this is protected now. Okay, so now here NO2 group at ortho position, another one will also form para. So now here same thing, NH, here C double bond O, here CH3, and here what would be there? NO2. Okay, no problem at all. Now just see, you want ortho nitroaniline and para nitroaniline. So now they should be subjected for acidic hydrolysis or basic hydrolysis. So here what would be there? As usual, here give H, here give OH, here also give H, here OH. So here minus CH3 C double OH. And what here you will get? Here you will get NH2 group, and here NO2 plus. Here what is there? NH2 group, and here what is there? NO2. This is orthonitroaniline. And what is the name of this one? Para-nitroaniline. And you know para is the major product. Para is major, and this is minor product. Okay, you have got both. Okay, so now if you are subjecting aniline for protected nitration, so you will not get the meta isomer. Without protected nitration only will yield the meta isomer, and meta isomer generation is because of the formation of anilinium ion, because this NH3 group is meta directing. Okay, over this one also. Okay, so last one is sulfonation. The last one is sulfonation. Aniline react with, just see, for the sulfonation protection of NH2 group is not required. Okay, directly aniline will react with H2SO4. So just see, H2SO4 means H positive plus HSO4 negative. This H positive will go here and it will be converted into NH3 positive. and HSO4 will be bonded here. Okay, so now you have got this compound. What is the name of that compound? Anilinium hydrogen sulfate. Simple, anilinium hydrogen sulfate. Write down here, anilinium hydrogen sulfate. Okay, hydrogen sulfate. Now heat this one 453 Kelvin to 473 Kelvin. Heat it. Then 1 H of this one. Okay, so this will be NH2 now, and 1 O of this one. Okay, so H and O. Now HO is there. Now when this group will migrate towards here, so the 1 H of this position minus H2O. Now what is left now? SO3H. Remember, 1 H of this one, 1 H of this one, and 1 oxygen of this one. Now SO3H group will come at para position. Okay, so what is the name of this compound? Sulfa anilic acid. This is also, remember, SO3 group has got the priority over NH2 group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So para amino benzene sulfonic acid. What is the name of? You can say this one sulfa anilic acid or para amino benzene sulfonic acid. Now just see, this 1 H of this one will migrate here. So now this again will be NH3. So just see, SO3 will have negative sign. So SO3 negative, NH3 positive. This is known as Jutter ion. Jutter ion means dipolar ion. Positive charge is also there and negative charge is also there. So meaning of Jutter ion is when the same molecules acquire positive and negative charge. Okay, or you can say when the positive negative charge is present within the same molecules, that is known as Jutter ion or dipolar ion. Okay, they are basically salt. They are basically internal salt. You know this one. In amino acid you will study. In this way all the electrophilic substitution reaction of aniline is over. There is one last question. Aniline does not undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction. Why? You know Friedel-Crafts reaction takes place in presence of anhydrous AlCl3 as a catalyst. Okay, anhydrous AlCl3 is Lewis acid. They are electron deficient compound. They are electron deficient compound. Okay, electron deficient compound are Lewis acid. Okay, and now just see, actually what they are doing, in the aniline nitrogen is having lone pair of electron or not. So what they do with the lone pair of electron, they form coordinate bond because they are electron deficient. Their octet is not completed. Just see, aluminium 1, 2, 3 electron. Now 2, 4, 6 and 7 electron. The octet of aluminium is not completed. Octet of aluminium is not completed. Here also just see, 2, 4, 6 and 7. Around the aluminium only 2, 4, 6 electron is there. That is why they are electron deficient compound. Now with the lone pair electron of nitrogen, they will form the coordinate bond. Just see here, I made here. So now when they form coordinate bond, this nitrogen will acquire the positive charge and AlCl3 will have now negative charge. So they are one type of salt. They are one type of salt where nitrogen has acquired, the nitrogen of NH2 group has acquired the positive charge. And once the nitrogen acquired positive charge, then what would be there? This will become electron withdrawing group. NH2 group is electron donating group, but once the nitrogen acquired the positive charge, that would be electron withdrawing group. So what it will do? It will withdraw the electron of the ring which is present here. Now just see, first ortho position, then this position. Just see, now ring electron will migrate towards this side. Now try to understand, when ring electron is going toward the positively charged nitrogen atom side, then in the ring electron won't be there and electrophile always attack on those position where electron density is more. Now where electron density is there, electron density of the ring has been taken away by the positively charged nitrogen atom. Now who has created the positive charge on nitrogen atom of aniline? AlCl3. This is the only reason, that is why aniline does not undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction. Okay, this is because of making of bond by the AlCl3 with nitrogen of aniline. Okay, so now ring will become electron deficient. In this way all the electrophilic substitution reaction of aniline is completed. Now these exercise is there, these exercise you can do. Now only diazonium salt is left, so I require just 30 minutes more to complete the diazonium salt also. Most of the reaction of diazonium salt I have already completed. Okay, so now thank you.